And he gave, the master gave unto them. To one, he gave 5. To the other, he gave 2 talents. And to the third one, he gave 1. They all were gifted. Yeah, they all were gifted. We're all gifted. There is no question then that all 3, the one with the 5, the one with the 2, and the one with the 1, all of them had been gifted, but not equally gifted, but gifted nonetheless. Yeah. I may not have what you have, but I'm gifted nonetheless. I might not have the dimension of gifts that you have, but just because I don't have the dimension does not mean that I am destitute. I may not have 5, I may only have 1, but Lord, I sure do thank you for this one. I may be a 2-talent kind of dude. Yeah, but Lord, I thank you for 2, because I realized that I didn't get that by myself. You just gave it to me, willed it to me, bequeathed it to me, decreed it unto me, declared it unto me, handed it to me. I have been gifted. No. The problem comes, as the Apostle Paul so clearly says, when we compare ourselves with ourselves, in so doing it is not wise. Because if I become distracted by the discrepancies in the volume of gifts between us, then jealousy is born. Rather than feeling gifted, I compare myself with you, and I can't enjoy my 2 for being envious of your 5. So when my boat leaves the shore of understanding that I'm gifted and docks on the bay of comparing myself with you, that is where my carnality destroys my creativity. Because you cannot be jealous and creative at the same time. In order to be truly creative, I cannot be distracted by comparisons with other people. Creativity begins when I invest, develop, and bring to fruition what I do have within my power to do, rather than to become distracted by the inconsistencies between me and you and what I don't have. If I don't understand that, I may waste years of my life thinking that the goal of my life is to catch up with you, never realizing that I am not to be compared with you at all. What I'm supposed to be is excellent on my level. Yeah, that's the goal. That's what you're aiming at. That's what you're shooting for. You want to be excellent on your level. You don't want to sit in your little trailer and look across the street at the guy in the house and begrudge him his house when you haven't fixed up your trailer. You want to be excellent. He gave them 5. The same men had the same status, had the same master, and they had something else. They had something else. He gave them talents, all the men talents, but they were not the same talents. 5, 2, and 1. One other thing he gave each of them that is not written in the text, but is implied in the text, and if you overlook it, you will miss the power of the text. He gave them an opportunity. There is nothing in the world as wonderful as to have been given an opportunity. So many people wait in the wings, chewing at the bit, patting their foot, waiting on an opportunity. An opportunity is an invisible thing that if you don't discern it instinctively, it will not be mentioned in the text, because opportunities are a matter of perception. You must have a revelation to see a moment as an opportunity. An opportunity will not walk up to you and say, hello, ma'am, I am an opportunity. And if you're not careful, you will become so distracted by the inequities of life that you won't even notice that the opportunity has been given to you, because you are distracted by the comparison to such a dimension that you don't see what is in front of you as an opportunity. I'm going to tell you how deeply veiled an opportunity may become. Opportunities are so often veiled that not only are they invisible, they are often come before you in the form of opposition. Did you hear what I said? I said to you that opportunities often come to you draped in the suit of opposition. And if you don't perceive it correctly, you won't benefit from it correctly, because you don't understand that the opposition is just a suit, but up under the coat is an opportunity. He knew what you could handle before he gave it to you. So he does not expect you to be excellent on a level you cannot handle. He has assessed your capacity to handle the opportunity before he releases you the opportunity, so that he doesn't waste a 5 blessing on a 2 man. So if you are a 2 capacity person with a 2 talent opportunity, all you got to do is work that thing on your level. Work it on your level, baby. Work it on your level. If you're on a 2 level, don't complain about being a 2, but just stand back and work. This is my season to work that thing. I'm going to work it on my level. I'm going to be the baddest 70-year-old woman. I'm going to be the baddest 40-year-old man. I'm going to be the toughest 20-year-old you ever saw in your life. I can't work with what I don't have, but I'm going to work that thing on my level. Warn all the haters, I'm getting ready to work that thing. Warn all your enemies, I'm getting ready to work that thing. I'm not responsible for what God gave you. I'm responsible for what God gave me. And if I perceive it to be mine, don't get mad when I work what he gave me. Stop complaining because you're getting older. And work that thing. Work that thing. Find the joys of where you are. Find the joys of what you got. Find the joys of this season in your life and work that thing. If you work your youth, work your old age, work your middle age, whatever God gave you, work that thing, work it, work. Oh, y'all don't hear me. If he thought enough of me to give me the opportunity, the least I can do is to work that thing. There's nothing worse than somebody who's been given an opportunity and they don't take advantage of the opportunity God gave them. And you're jealous of everybody else, but you ought to be angry at yourself because you didn't work what he gave you when he gave it to you on your level. Work that thing. Somebody just got a word from the Lord. They're going to work that thing. They're going to work that thing. They're going to work that thing. I'm going to work it. If I'm a big woman, I'm going to work being a big woman. If I'm a little skinny man, I'm going to work that thing. If I'm creative, I'm going to work that thing. If I'm intellectual, I'm going to work that thing. If I have great personality, I'm going to work that thing. If I got suave, I'm going to work that thing. If I got swag, I'm going to work that thing. Whatever I've been gifted with, it ain't over till you. I think this might be the perspective you need to take full advantage of the gift you have been given. Stop sitting on that thing and what? See, people don't understand that you have to work what you have been given. They keep waiting for a finished product to come. Finished products don't come to you. God doesn't give you oak trees, he gives you acorns. If you don't perceive that the oak tree is in the acorn, you will throw away the acorn and keep praying for the oak tree, and God already answered you. The tree is in the acorn, but you gotta work that thing. But because you don't perceive it as valuable, because it doesn't look recognizable, because it doesn't come to you in the form you had imagined it, maybe you hid what you should have worked. So he gave one 5, and he gave one 2, and he gave one 1. And then he took his journey into a far country. And the one who had 5 looked at it and listened at his mentality, says, how can I make this more than it is? Listen at how he thinks. So the one who had 5 looked at it. He didn't get distracted by the fact, look at how much more he gave me than you. Because he's not racing against you. He's racing against the creativity that exists inside of himself. People who race against other people always stumble. Because you can't run forward looking sideways. What you want to do is run against the training that you put in, the strength you've got, the dexterity you've got. You know your machine. You know what your body will do. And you're running against your ability, not his. You can't run ahead looking sideways, trying to prove to your sister that your husband can make more money than hers, trying to prove to your mama that you made it in spite of what she said. You're going to trip in a minute. 5 guy is thinking, how can I make this more? 2 guys saying, how can I make this 4? The 1 guy is so preoccupied with survival that he misses success because he has a survivalist mentality, and he thinks that success is surviving and not succeeding, and that's why his life hasn't gotten any further than it's gone, because he has misdefined success, because he sees success, watch this, through the sunglasses of fear. And as long as you see success through fear, you won't touch it, because eyes don't want no trouble, boy. So supposing something go wrong, right? Eyes don't want no trouble. I'm not going to get married because eyes don't want no trouble. I'm not going to take the position because eyes don't want no trouble. I'm not going to go to school because it might be hard at my age. Eyes don't want no trouble. You never have increase when you are controlled by fear. All 3 men had the same opportunity. 2 men did something with it. 1 man didn't. The man who didn't do it because his fears affected his perception. And he allowed the information that had been given to all of them to be processed differently in his head. How are you processing your situation, and how is it affecting its outcome? Somebody else could be exposed to the same opportunity, be exposed to the same information, and perceive it differently and land on their feet.
Change the world, trapped inside an ordinary girl. She looks just like me, too afraid to dream out loud. And though it's simple, your idea, it won't make sense to everybody. You need courage now if you're gonna persevere. So don't be afraid to face the world. Don't stop and never give up. Don't ever give up on you. Don't give up. Every victory comes in time. Work today to change tomorrow. It gets easier. Who's to say that you can't fly? Every step you take, you get closer to your destination. You can feel it now. Don't you know you're almost there? Oh, yeah, yeah. Got an answer when you're called. So don't be afraid to face the world against all odds. Keep the dream alive, don't let it die. If